What's up, Augusta? Just wanted to quickly share a video on how we are going forward with selling projects that we did last year. Since we're switching over to Copilot CRM, we wanted to pull some of the data out of SA, and I wanted to make it easy for myself and the crew to be able to find who we did jobs for and kind of just see everything in one spot. So if you go to SA, you can go to your scheduling, dispatch jobs. Once you're here, if you go to the More tab on the right and hit Export, it will allow you to select start and end dates. It only lets you select up to 90 days at a time. So I did January, February, March, and then April, May, June, so that we can have the first half of last year. Um, Once you hit export there, it will say something about once export is ready, it will be available on the My Day page. So that will show up here. You just click this blue link here and it will download the Excel file. I uploaded that into Google Drive so that myself and the GMs for all the locations can have access to this. So here's how we will be using it. Um, the it comes it imports a ton of data. There's like a ton of files here. uh, I chose to get rid of a lot of them just to simplify it. We don't need all that. As well as if you just highlight the first layer there, and you just click create a filter. Oops, there we go. It will assign a filter to all columns. Essentially, we're just going to sort by service. We don't want estimates, initial mows, mowing, or yellow slips. So just property cleanups and landscaping, that's all we're looking for. Um, Here will be all the relevant information for the client, or of the client for the crew. So um, the GMs can go through, they can see exactly what we did. They can see the client's name, they can see the budgeted hours here, as well as the actual hours it took. So as you can see, some of these, um, let's see, some of them aren't like bringing over times, but Um, like this one. So this one you can see we crushed. We did it in like half the amount of time. So it was budgeted for 8 hours. Looks like we did it in 4. So honestly, we could probably sell this for less this year. That's one thing to note. If a job took you longer than expected, there was one somewhere. I'm not sure. I'll be able to find it now. Let's see. We could actually do this and filter it by. Let's see. So, like this job, for example, for Roberta, looks like it was budgeted at 4 hours. Looks like it took us 5.5. So that one, if we want to try to sell that again, we know probably increase that a little bit. You can also look at who completed the job, and you can know if that was, good team members or bad team members on the job. Sometimes things get crazy in the spring, and sometimes we just have a body, right? And so if there was just somebody helping you out, and it wasn't necessarily like a super strong worker, you can consider that as well when looking at the total hours. But we can see the rate. We can literally just copy the actual job notes, as well as clients' phone numbers and everything like that. So I would just recommend sorting here by service, and then filtering through the scheduled dates. So just start in like March. I would probably start contacting all these people from April, seeing if we can get them pulled ahead some, and then that way doing the same in February for March, and just continuously pulling jobs forward. That way we can elongate the spring rush essentially. So if you don't start mowing till April, this would be a really good thing to do in February and March to get some jobs on the schedule sooner. For us, we're going to start mowing March 4th. So for the month of February, we will be pulling all March jobs forward if possible. All the mulch installs, um, bushes if they still if they need trimming at this time, um, leaf cleanups, different things like that, pine trail jobs, different things we sold. We're going to try to pull those forward so that we can fill. When it is easy to fill the schedule in spring rush, that's when we can fill it. So, and then I recommend just as a final note here, recommend simply, highlighting the client, if they, accept, or if they're not interested at all. If the client essentially, if they owe us money still, if they're in collections, if they have a do not service tag on their account or anything like that, I would just cross them off red here, and forget about it and just keep moving on to the next one. But you can see that this, doing this filtering and seeing things this way brings it down, so we can see 200 of the 36 jobs out of the total 2,000 for these 3 months, and we no longer will need essay, so we can go ahead and cancel our essay account at this point.